I present you an experimental program. This program designed an assessment of cropping system with carrot as main crop in order to reduce by 50% the pesticide level. The carrot is the main crop, but it's not the only vegetable in this system, and we have other vegetable various in function of trials. I present you after. This program has 4 partners: INRA, the Scientific Institute, Research Institute, 2 regional experimental stations, Invenio from Aquitaine and Sileban from Normandy, and French Carotte Association. Okay. First, context. This program, the context of this program is a national program, in the French national program, Ecophyto. In 2008, France has set an ambitious objective to reduce pesticide use by 50% by 2018. This objective is for agricultural use, but too for non-agricultural use. In this context, vegetables take up only 1% of agricultural area in France. It's not so important, but vegetable crops are important in the economy. 10% of the economic value of agricultural production are for these vegetable crops. Crops are concentrated in small basins in France, and so the production area are important in this basin. In this area, there is important environmental issue. There is suburban area, coastal area, sandy soil, and it's very important from the environment. And so, important quantity of pesticide can use in this crop, and then more than 10 pesticides applied for several vegetables. Okay. Some specificities of vegetable crops to build a cropping system. Vegetable crops are important number of species. In France, there are more or less 50 species of vegetable, and there is many production basins in the country. So we have a big diversity of cropping system and a huge variability of crop disorder. It's difficult to build cropping system. These crops are with high added value, but with high cost level. And the income is due to yield, but above all to product quality. Quality is very, very important to the income. So there is a disproportion between yield losses and economic losses. So there is a lot of difficulty to reduce quantity of pesticides use. And consumer wishes, there is consumer wishes for product visually perfect, but without pesticide residue. All these elements make that there is a necessity to develop multi-performance cropping system, and we have to modify all the cropping system, and not only technique by technique, to reduce reliance on pesticide on this cropping system. Okay. Now, our program, Dephy Carotte, is an experimental program of innovating cropping system. In this program, there is a mobilization of different stakeholders. There is scientists, engineers of experimentation, agricultural advisors, and growers join force to build innovating cropping system. Is a co-building of this cropping system with all the partners, and this system are based on integrated production. The objective of the program is a multi-criteria assessment of cropping system. The assessment concerns technical performance, of course, but economical, social, and environmental performances too. Second objective, the pertinent assessment of techniques mobilized in cropping system. Can we use this technique or no? What is the pertinence of the use of one technique? Third objective, assessment of impact on chain production, because it's important to maintain chain production in the basin. And last objective, transfer of results to grower and technical organization to adopt this cropping system. What is the method? Oh. We have. Sorry, there's a problem. Okay. What is the method? We have 4 field trials for 6 years, and is a long term, 6 years, in the 2 main regions of production of carrot, Aquitaine and Basse Normandy. In each trials, we have 3 cropping systems. A cropping system named grower system that in that we use same cultural practices and decision rules as a grower in this region is the reference. And after we have 2 innovative cropping systems, the Ecophyto cropping system, where the reduction by 50% of IFT is important. I don't precise that is IFT is just an indicator of the number of pesticide application. And we have in the system to maintain the income. And the third system is Ecophyto Plus, that we want to have a maximal reduction of IFT, more than 50%, and this system may stay compatible with maintaining of vegetable production in this region. The reduction by 50% is the aim, not for each type of pesticide, herbicide, fungicide, or insecticide, but on average for all the type, and not for year by year, but in average for all year of the cropping system, or the 6th year of the cropping system. To build this system, we mobilize 3 kinds of agronomic levers. First of all, we have a modification of crop rotation by introduction of cereal or vegetable with smaller IFT than the vegetable present in the classical system. Second kind of agronomic lever is intensification of functional biodiversity with introduction of cover crop between the production crop in the system. And third kind of agronomic lever, we have technical modification in the cropping system with avoidance strategy and with damage reduction strategy. For example, we use modification of sowing or harvest time. We use substitution of chemical treatment, for example, by mechanical weeding. We use biological control and physical control like insect-proof netting. In this program, we use an experimentation of cropping system and experimentation at the scale of cropping system. It's different than the classical experimentation. The aim of the system experimentation is to build or to assess a coherent group of technical choice and not to compare elementary techniques. It's important to have this group of technical choice. There is 3 steps in this type of experimentation: formalization of objective and constraints corpus, co-building and potentially innovative systems, the real co-building, and assessment of the system in the field. In this type of experimentation, we assess the possibility to reach the objective in the constraint framework defined with the decision rule corpus built. We have a problem of reference in this type of experimentation, and often the reference is the initial state of the field. Though it is very, very important to characterize the initial state. Now, some example of result, and I've chosen one experiment, one trial, the trial in Aquitaine, in Saint-Livrade, and 1 year. The crop rotation in this experiment is sweet corn, tomato for industry, maize, two successive crop of bean in the same year, cereal, wheat, and after carrot. And carrot is only in 2017. We use introduction in this trial. We use introduction of cover crop every year in ecophytosis plus cropping system, and 3 times in ecophyto system. We have here the trial. There is a 3 cropping system, a grower system in yellow, ecophyto in red, and ecophyto plus in blue. And there is 3 repetitions of each system in the field. But there is only 1 crop. It's the same crop, it's a 3 repetition. We don't have any crop in the trial. Okay. What we modify in this technique, in the practical techniques, we modify density. We have reduced the density in ecophyto or ecophyto plus system. Oh, sorry. Just in this trial is a result for 2013, and the crop is tomato, no carrot. Is an industry tomato. When we reduce the density, we change the varieties to have varieties more tolerant to the main disease, leaf blight of tomato. We modify irrigation system. We use drop irrigation and not in ecophyto or ecophyto plus, and spray irrigation for gravel system. We reduce fertilization, and for the control of weed, we use chemical in grower system. Chemical and mechanical, or only mechanical for other system. And for disease, we use modeling and maybe no treatment if it's not necessary. Okay, just two results. Technical results. We have here in the graph on the left the IFT, our indicator of number of treatment. And you see we have a big reduction of number of treatment, of application, of pesticide application in ecophyto or ecophyto plus. And on the right, you see the development of leaf blight, and you see no more incidence in ecophyto and ecophyto plus strategy, in spite the diminution of pesticide use. Economic result. In ecophyto and ecophyto plus, we have a big reduction of yield, maybe by 50%, and not due for the pesticide application or the reduction of pesticide application, but due to water stress. We have a bad use of drop irrigation in this trial. So we have a small reduction of the variable cost in the left, in the bottom left of the slide. But this reduction is not so important, and so we have an important loss of gross margin. We cannot maintain profitability of tomatoes in this system, ecophyto and ecophyto plus. In conclusion, after the first year of experimentation, is just first year, we are promising technical results, and for all the trials, we are technical result on weed control, in disease control. You see the control of Phytophthora on tomato, but we have a technical result on rust on leek, or in insect control, thrips on leek. We have viable economical result according to system and trial. But we have an important decrease on number of chemical treatments in each trial, even if the 50% threshold is not always reached, but I said is not, we cannot charge, we want to have a reduction for all the coping system and not year by year. And sorry, where is Carotte? We don't have Carotte. The first Carotte are in 2014, now this year in the field, and we don't have result now. Just the last slide to thank this word is founded by Ecofito, ONEMA, and Ministry of Agriculture in France is the official financer of this trial. Thank you for your attention.